You're in front of the Israeli School, Universal Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was in the school: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Isupk. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Shalom. Shalom. You've been waiting for this day, so this day has finally come. A lot of you have been wondering where this knowledge that you've been hearing is coming from, and the powerful truth that you've been hearing, how this was established. Well, we finally were able to arrange for the priests to come down from New York and spend some time with us. And I'd like to introduce them if I can. These are some great brothers. We're very glad to have them with us. We want to make them feel as warm as possible, because this is their work and the extension of their work and what they've laid down some time ago. I'd like to introduce, first of all, priest and six-shield general, fourth in command in the nation of Israel, Lahab. I'd like to salute this brother. Macho. Barak. Yeshabim, which means sit. And I'm going to turn it over now to priest General Lahab.
Water, brother. I'd like to say this, starting off, we're very impressed at your school here, and we're very impressed to see that the brothers and sisters in Philadelphia think enough of the Most High and the Bible and the truth and your nationality to be a part of this, because most of the brothers and sisters are running from the truth.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. It's Officer 5000 Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here to invite you, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people, to the ISUPK 57 annual Passover, hosted by Commanding General Yohana, the leader of this nation, Saturday, April 4th, at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas. Shalom. Be there.
It's that time of year. We're going to be in Houston, Texas from April 1st to April 5th, celebrating the Lord's 57th annual Passover. under Commanding General Yohana. Jam-packed, full of events, line dancing, fishing, horseback riding, rides for the kids, bounce houses, and the annual lamb slaughter held at the BH Ranch. And it ain't no party like the all-black party, the annual all-black party. 14149 Player Street in Houston, Texas. You know it's gonna be lit. All leading up to Saturday, April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You still got time. Go to isupk.com to pay your Passover fee. 18 and over, $200. You do not want to miss the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Houston, Texas. Shalom. It's that time of
If you are black, Hispanic, or indigenous, you are an Israelite according to the Bible. And the Most High commanded the children of Israel in Leviticus 23 and verse 5, and all throughout the Bible, to keep the Lord's Passover. That's right, the Lord's Passover, coming up on April 4th, 2026, under Commanding General Yohana. You don't want to miss it. Be there. Shalom. For the low fee of
If you're a black, native, or Hispanic, you need to be at the Lord's Passover. The only Passover is with the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Don't let them lie to you. If you out here celebrating this right here, you for sure gotta come celebrate with your people. Alright? The weather gonna look way better than this, and it's in Texas. The ISUPK under Commander General Yohana presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover in Houston, Texas, April 4th, 2026. Pay your Passover fees. ISUPK.com. $200 per adult. Kids get in free.
if you are
Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
All right, Most High in Christ, clap it up. Priest and officer 5000 Zarak in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Today is the Feast of Purim, and that is what today's class is going to be about. So we are going to get into the topic. Do we have before we get started, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the feed on Facebook, YouTube, and all social media platforms. So give you a minute to do that before we go ahead and get into the Feast of Purim and get into the breakdown, the heaviness of this. All right. Let's make sure we always get our likes and our shares up, because we are in a social media era today. Everything is done on the internet now. So you understand, this is why we got to go like this. We got to put it everywhere so everybody can see, every eye can see around the world, across the country, everywhere. You understand? The Isupk is going to be known throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into this heavy breakdown of the Feast of Purim. We're going to start at Esther, the first chapter. All right. Do we have a mic out there? We're going to just give it to somebody to read. And we can go ahead and start at the beginning at Esther chapter 1, verse 1. When you got it, go ahead and begin to read.
One verse.
That mic good? All right. Just keep both just in case, because that one could be the one that be going in and out. It's one that, we got one main one that.
Esther chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus. This is Ahasuerus, which reigned from India, even unto Ethiopia, over 120 provinces.
All right, so this right here is speaking on King Ahasuerus. And this time right here, this was his reign, meaning that he was in charge. He had the number one power in the earth at this time. Much like how America has the number one power, King Ahasuerus had the number one power in the earth. Okay, keep going.
Verse 2. That in those days, when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan, the palace. Verse 3. In the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants.
Read.
The power of Persia and Media,
and the Medes, Persian and the Medes,
the nobles and princes of the provinces, being before him.
All right, so King Ahasuerus is today's people, the Iranians. That right there is who, his lineage is. They had a powerful lineage and they were in full control at this time. And it's funny how we talking about King Ahasuerus, because America just attacked Iran. You get what I'm saying? And it's just funny how we just speaking on this, and we speaking on Iranian right now as we speak in history, and the Feast of Purim and the Book of Esther. Keep going.
Verse 4. When he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days, even 180 days.
So his kingdom was glorious. You know what I'm saying? At that time, like I said, he had a lot of power in that time. Nobody had more power than King Ahasuerus at this time. All right, so he was glorying in it. His power was powerful. His people, people knew not to mess with them. People knew that, you know what I'm saying, this right here was a nation to not be messed with at this time. You understand? Much like how the white man, everybody look at the white man like he's something so good. You understand? Until now. Now everything is getting exposed. You know what I'm saying? The Epstein files is out now. Now the white man is, you really seeing how much of a devil he really has been in the earth for real. Now it's all coming out. The scriptures say, man, there will be no falling away until that man of sin be revealed. And that's what's happening today. That man is getting revealed today. Keep going.
Verse 5. And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan the palace, both unto great and small 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace.
So basically he was, you know what I mean, at this time, he was celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Like a big celebration, you know what I'm saying, enjoying and his power and his wealth. Things like that. This is what he was doing. You're going to see through all this chapter, you know, he got certain colors that they wearing, certain things that they're doing, you know what I'm saying? All in the representative of their power and his reign. Keep going.
Verse 6. Where were white, green, and blue hangings fastened with cords of fine linen and put to silver rings and pillars of marble.
Keep going.
The beds were of gold and silver upon a pavement of red and blue and white and black marble.
Keep going.
Verse 7. And they gave them drink in vessels of gold, the vessels being diverse, one from another, and royal wine in abundance according to the state of the king. Verse 8.
Again, they just having a ball, man. Just think about the biggest, dopest party you will ever go to. That's basically what they have. You know what I'm saying? They cups is gold. You know what I mean? They drinking out of vessels of pure gold. You know, keep going.
Verse 8. And the drinking was according to the law. None did compel, for so the king had appointed to all the officers of his house that they should do according to every man's pleasure.
Keep going.
Verse 9. Also Vashti, the queen, made a feast for the women in the royal house which belonged to the king Ahasuerus.
King Ahasuerus.
Ahasuerus.
Now let's stop right here and let's think about Vashti. Let's think about what she just did right here in this verse. Read it again.
And the drinking was according to the law.
Verse 9.
Verse Slaki.
You good, you too up.
Also Vashti, the queen, made a feast for the women in the royal house which belonged to King Ahasuerus.
Now think about this, right? You would just think she's just making a feast, you know what I'm saying, to all the women, and it's a beautiful thing. Believe it or not, this right here was an evil thing she was doing. Why do I say that this was an evil thing? It's because the spirit that she was doing this in, the spirit that she was doing this in was a very dangerous spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like much how like women in the world, like how the world cater to women today, that is a very dangerous thing, believe it or not. You understand what I'm saying? And this is that same spirit. Vashti got that same spirit. She's not, you know what I'm saying, behind her man with this thing. This is something she's doing out on her own. And she decided, you know what I'm saying, to make this feast, you know what I'm saying, to the women and you know what I'm saying, make it about the women. You know what I'm saying? Much like how today's women liberation, when all women come together, they don't need a man, Miss Independent, these things like this. Believe it or not, it may sound good, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's actually very evil. It's actually against the Most High, it's against the Bible. All right, keep going.
Verse 10. On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Biztha, Harbana, Bigtha, Abagatha, Zathar, and Kareas, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the king, verse 11, to bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal, to show the people and the princes her beauty, for she was fair to look on.
Let me tell you something. Vashti was a heathen, but she was a beautiful heathen. I hate to even say it like this, but I got to give y'all The understanding of what's going on right now. This was a beautiful woman, and her beauty, you know what I mean, did not match the spirit of beauty. On the outside, she was pretty. On the inside, she was very ugly. You get what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 12. But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment.
She did what?
Refused to come at the king's commandment.
Pay attention to these things. You understand? This is how our women are today in the world. Women that's worldly, that's what they choose to do. They choose to refuse anything. They, instead of being one with their husband, they're separate. You know what I'm saying? Her husband have one agenda, she has a separate agenda. You understand? That's what's going on in the world, and you seeing these actions right now in the Bible with Queen Vashti. Queen Vashti, she denied her husband. I'm not coming down there. You know what I'm saying? She felt herself. She felt she was too good for that. You understand? What does that remind you of today? Anybody? Yeah, y'all ever seen that spirit before? When a woman, you know what I mean, don't respect her man. A woman, you know what I'm saying, she ain't got to listen to no man. That spirit, that's alive today. Go ahead, sis. Hold on, use the mic so they could hear you, Salaki.
Women with their degrees, when they have, their degrees, they've gotten their education, they tend to forget about their husband and forget about their place.
That's a beautiful, that right there is something real heavy. Get a sister a hand, because that right there, that's on point. You understand? You would think sisters with degrees, they will come back and help the brothers. They'll come back and help their nation. You understand? You don't see that today. Women with degrees, they look down on not only do they look down on their nation, they look down on the men in their nation. You understand? They think that they better than them because now I have a piece of paper. You can't tell me what to do because I made it to another level of life. You get what I'm saying? You're not on my level, so who are you to tell me anything? And that's where women, that's how they think today. When, believe it or not, you may think that is strength, that is weakness. You understand what you are saying? You don't love your nation. You don't love, you know what I mean, the black man that's the same race as you. That's what you are really saying. You understand? And Vashti is showing that same thing. Keep going.
Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth. His anger burned in him.
And the king at this time, he was pissed. Think about it. You got the whole entire world. You got so much power. Nobody can outpower you through the earth right now, but God himself. You got that much power. You got, you know what I'm saying, military might. You got riches. You got everything a man can actually want in life. And your woman is disrespecting you. You can't even get her respect. That pissed him off. That pissed King Ahasuerus off. All right, we're gonna read in deeper, and we're gonna get more into this because this is a very good topic. You understand? We're gonna understand why we keep the Feast of Purim. Okay, keep going.
Verse 13. Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew law and judgment.
Keep going.
Verse 14. And the next unto him was Karshena, Shether, Admatha, Tarish, Meres, Marcina, Mimbukin, the 7 princes of Persia, and Media, which saw the king's face and which sat at first in the kingdom.
So that right there is Persians and the Medes. So just Persia and the Medes. You just say it like that if you want. Keep going.
Verse 15. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to law?
You know, they had a council about Queen Vashti when she committed that act. If y'all think this act is something small, y'all might want to rethink again. Because they had, I'm talking about powerful people in the earth, had a council about what she did. This is how serious of, you know what I'm saying, an act that's just, it's really evil like that. It's on that level of evilness that they had a whole council. Like, what we gonna do about these type of actions? She just did that. She dished you in front of your whole kingdom. What are we gonna do about this? What laws do we have to instruct so this could never happen again? This is what that council was about. Keep going.
Because she have not performed the commandment of the king Ashurus by the chamberlain.
Read.
Verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king and the princess, Vashti, the queen, have not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes.
Hold on. He said what?
But also to all the princes.
He said that Queen Vashti haven't done nothing wrong to the king. You not only done something wrong to the king, you doing something wrong to all of us. That's going to affect all of us, because if we let that fly, we letting our women say, you know what, that they can do that. They ain't got to listen to us either. If you the king. Go ahead, sir. You want to say something?
I was just wondering what nationality was this king?
Iran.
So
Iranian.
that was going to my point. Like, these heathens don't have our culture, and they don't know how to raise their women up the right way, to the point where it got all the way up to a king.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that type of behavior, it'll get checked with an officer of 50 in our culture. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't raise up all the way to some woman disrespecting Commander General Yohana or something like that. That don't even make no sense.
Go ahead, Tapa, sir.
It's kind of heavy though, because like what these brothers, well, not brothers, what these men understood was that how like what we call social media influence today. A lot of sisters, like, they look up to like Beyonce, Cardi B. Cardi B situation with Offset, like leaving him and then getting with the Stephon Diggs dude, and he ended up doing the same thing, and then she looking crazy and she leave him. But before that happened, I seen thousands of sisters invested in that situation because they identify with that psychology and they want to replicate that in their own homes,
right?
Or with the men that they deal with. So these men seen how her being in that position of power, disrespecting the king like that, this is going to trickle down into their homes too.
Yeah,
that's the offense. It's like she ain't just violate you, she violating us, because our wives gonna look at her and say, well, she did it.
Right.
Because a lot of times women will look at other women's behavior as a blueprint for how they should conduct themselves.
Absolutely. No, that's heavy, brother. Get a brother in hand. That's a heavy thing. It's a heavy thing, man, because this right here, this is looked upon as something so small. We showing y'all how big this can affect a whole nation of people. You get what I'm saying? This is just not some small offense or anything like that. This affect a whole nation. They had to sit down and have a real council about that. Like, for real. You can see why over there in Iran, when women disrespect their men, they be getting bust upside the head with rocks. You understand? They be getting unalived. They be getting beatings. You understand? Where do you think that come from? It just stems from this. Actions like this. You understand? And they vowed, man, this can't happen no more. That's why they take it so serious. They women be dressed, you know what I'm saying? You can only see their eyelids over there. You understand? Keep going.
But also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the provinces of King Ashurus. Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes, when it shall be reported, the king Ashurus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not.
So think about this. They laying all the problems on the floor. They putting it out there like these are the reason. This is the cause and the effect of this situation right here. If you let this fly, you not only getting disrespected, but we all getting disrespected. You understand? That's giving the okay for all women in our nationality to go ahead and talk to us crazy like this and perform like this. Like, no, they was serious. They was putting it all out there in the air. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 18. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Mede say this day unto all the king's princes which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
Read.
Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Ashur's, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Now look at that. They like, man, you gotta go ahead and slap the punishment down. She can't come before you no more. And on top of that, take away her estates, take away her power, give it to somebody that's better than her. Give it to somebody that's more deserving. You understand? That's what they have in this council about. You know what I mean? This right here is a beautiful thing to know because this is biblical. Okay, this is not just something, just a story we just came up with, or you know what I'm saying, a random topic we came up with. No, we're talking about the Feast of Purim because a woman came of this situation that was honorable. Esther. Esther is such an honorable sister because what she did, she showed love to her nation. How did she show love to her nation? It wasn't by kisses and hugs. It was about sacrificing, doing something that could have caused her life. She put her life on the line for her whole entire nation. You understand? And that's what we're reading about when it comes to the Feast of Purim and why we keep it still today, 2026. We are keeping the Feast of Purim. The Christian church, you go ahead and close that shit. I don't even know what they even doing. Like, they wasting their time. And, you know, I never even heard of the Feast of Purim when I was in church. You understand? They wasting their time. They might as well go ahead and close them up. You know what I mean? This right here is the real deal when it comes to the Bible and you learning about scriptures. Okay? Keep going. Go ahead, how to why, where you at?
Verse 20. And when the king's decree which he shall make shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small.
Both to great and small. It don't matter if you got riches. It don't matter if you poor as of the poor. You're going to honor your husband when it comes to this. And this is the decree that they put out. Meaning what? This went across the whole entire world. This went across the whole entire earth. That's how powerful it was. It's like a law that's given, like if America said today, you know what I'm saying, women are not allowed to disrespect or dishonor their husband. And it just go all the way out. You know what I mean? That's what happened. That's what happened at that time. Keep going.
Verse 21. And the same pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Memucan. Verse 22. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, and to every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every people.
And he showed some brotherhood to his nation. He showed some brotherhood to his nation by not letting his women rule over him, by not letting his women, you know what I'm saying, have their ways and their own ways, and they don't get checked about nothing that they do. He saved them from that. Saved his whole nation. He had some brotherhood. King Oswald loved his people. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to love their own people. You understand? That's what we're doing in the Isupk. We're trying to get our people to get on board. You know what I'm saying? To get with these laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay? So we're going to go to Esther, the 2nd chapter. And we can go to, let's go to 5. We can start at 5, at Esther 2 and 5.
Esther chapter 2, verse 5. Now in Shuhashan, the palace, there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shimel, and the son of Kish, a Benjamite.
Oh, who?
A Benjamite.
Mordecai was from the tribe of Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? Certified brother. You You know what I mean? He was in this truth. That man right there was a man of the Lord. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 6, who had been carried away from Jerusalem with the captivity which had been carried away with Jeconiah, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away.
So through his slavery that he had to go through, it's just giving you the past of where his slavery came from. You know what I'm saying? The past of Nebuchadnezzar. You know what I'm saying? All the way getting passed down to him. This is how you know that we are the children of Israel, because nobody else was free in the Bible. In the Bible, it literally talks about the slavery of the Jews, the slavery of Israel. Who is in slavery today? Us. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the slaves today. You don't think you're a slave because we free and we walking now? You understand? Go look back into your history. You understand? Go look and just look back at your history. You're gonna realize you were the slave. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7, and he brought up Hadassah, that is Esther, his uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother, and the maid was fair and beautiful, whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, looked for his own daughter. Verse 8, so it came to pass, when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan, the palace, to the custody of Haggai, that Esther was brought also unto the king's house to the custody of Haggai, keeper of the women.
All right, so right here, we speaking about Mordecai. Mordecai is the cousin of Esther, but he raised Esther as his own daughter. You know what I mean? Because both of her parents died. So basically, he took her in. Okay? Keep going.
Verse 9, and the maiden pleased him, and she obtained kindness of him, and he speedily gave her things for purification, with such things as belonged to her, and 7 maidens, which were meet to be given her out of the king's house. And he preferred her and her maids into the best place of the house of the women.
Okay, so at this time, since Queen Vashti, she was canceled out, King Ahasuerus was looking for another woman. And he put men out there. This is how powerful he was. Hey, baby girls, little princesses, keep it down, okay? Hey, Zarya, keep it down, son. Y'all keep it down a little bit, all right? So, with that being said, the king was going to get another woman. And he got so much power, he ain't got to go search for one. He's just putting the people out there to go do it for him. So this was basically what was going on, and they found Esther. And they were so pleased with her that they put her in the best positions in the house. Basically, with all the women that they recruiting, they put her in the best seat in the house, basically. All right, keep going.
Verse 10, Esther had not showed her people nor her kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not show it.
She did not go and, tell her nationality. She didn't do any of those things because she was told by Mordecai not to. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 11, and Mordecai walked away every day before the court of the women's house to know how Esther did and what should become of her.
Go ahead.
Verse 12, now when every maid's turn was come to go into King Ahasuerus, after that she had been 12 months, according to the manner of the women. For so were the days of their purifications accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors, and with other things for the purifying of the women.
So in this 6 month to 6 month period, you know what I'm saying? She just was, bathing herself in the best stuff. It gave her the best things, you know what I'm saying, to keep herself good and going. You know what I'm saying? Until her time came to meet the king. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 13, then thus came every maiden unto the king, whatsoever she desired was given her to go with her out of the house of the women unto the king's house.
All right, keep going.
Verse 14. In the evening she went, and on the morrow she returned into the second house of the women, to the custody of Shagaz, the king's chamberlain, which kept the concubines. She came in unto the king no more, except the king delighted in her, and that she were called by my name.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 15. Now when the turn of Esther, the daughter of Abihail, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his daughter, was come to go unto the king, she required nothing but what Haggai, the king's chamberlain, the keeper of the women, appointed, and Esther obtained favor in the sight of all of them and looked upon her.
All right, so let me just break this down to y'all what just happened. When she finally got a chance to meet King Ahasuerus, you know, the other sisters, they asked for little things. Esther, she didn't ask for nothing. You know what I mean? That's what kind of set her apart from everybody. Everybody asked for something. She didn't ask for nothing. She just wanted the same purification she got that was appointed to her, you know what I'm saying, by the provinces of that house. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 16. So Esther was taken unto King Ahasuerus into his house, royal in the 10th month, which is the month Tebeth, in the 7th year of his reign.
Go ahead.
Verse 17. And the king loved Esther above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins, so that he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti.
So when he seen Esther, he fell in love with Esther, man. I'm just tell you straight up, you know what I mean? Love at first sight type thing. She was a beautiful woman. Not only that, she had a beautiful spirit on her. You know what I mean? That's something else that make women beautiful. They spirit. Okay? A woman with a spirit, man. Don't sleep on a woman with a real good spirit, but I'm telling you, that right there is a keeper. Keep going.
Verse 18. Then the king made a great feast unto all his princes and his servants, even Esther's feast. And he made a release to the provinces and gave gifts according to the state of the king.
So he basically like, yeah, I found the one for me. That's the one right there. This the woman I want to be with. Go ahead. Made a feast unto it. My bad. He made a feast unto it and everything. You know what I mean? Gave gifts and all of that. Go ahead.
Verse 19. And when the virgins were gathered together the second time, then Mordecai sat in the king's gate. Verse 20. Esther had not yet showed her kindred nor her people, as Mordecai had charged her. For Esther did the commandment of Mordecai, like as when she was brought up with him.
Keep going.
Verse 21. In those days, while Mordecai sat in the king's gate, two of the king's chamberlains, Bigthan and Teresh, of those which kept the door, were wroth, and sought to lay hand on the king's Ahasuerus. Verse 22.
So basically, you know, the king got some haters in his household, you know, that was plotting on him. You know what I mean? This is what's going on at that time. Keep going.
Verse 22. And the thing was known to Mordecai, who told it unto Esther the queen, and Esther certified the king thereof in Mordecai's name.
So Mordecai found out, he knew that these two men was plotting on the king, and he gave word to Esther. Esther gave word to the king in Mordecai's name. All right, go ahead.
Verse 23. And when inquisition was made of the matter, it was found out. Therefore they were both hanged on a tree, and it was written in the book of the Chronicles before the king.
So it was found out that they was trying to rob the king and get down on him. They got put to death for trying to do that. That's like somebody trying to go unalive Donald Trump today, and they get caught. What's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get put to death. You know what I mean? That's what happened. We'll go to Esther, the 3rd chapter. All right.
Esther chapter 3, verse 1. After these things did King Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, and advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
All right, so Now we're getting into Haman. Haman was the second in command in the household. All right. Now the king house is a very powerful house. You know what I'm saying? Let's not sleep on the power that's in there. So you got all type of people in there, executives. You got people that's, you know what I'm saying, political people, all type of people that's in that household. Haman was in that household. He was an Agagite. Agagite is a so-called Jew today. You know what I'm saying? That's who the Agagite was. And King Ahasuerus appointed him to be second in command in that household. Meaning, after the king, you speak to Haman. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed in reverence Haman, for the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not.
Mordecai did what?
Bowed not.
Read.
Nor did him reverence.
He did not do what?
Nor did him reverence.
Didn't do him no reverence. Now think about this. At this time, Mordecai knew who Haman was. He know what lineage he come from. He know what background that, you know what I'm saying, Haman got. He knew right there that was an enemy to him, right then and there. You know what I mean? Just by his lineage. And guess what? Mordecai did not bow down like everybody else did when it came to Haman. And guess what? Haman understood who Mordecai was too. Haman understood that Mordecai was one of the Jews at that time when King David's reign. King David was killing them over there. You understand? And guess what? My bad. I'm getting caught up in my thoughts. But the king before King David, Salakia.
If I could,
go ahead.
If I could, sir, you correct. David was killing the Amalekites.
He was killing.
But Saul was assigned to do it first.
Saul, that's who it was. My bad. I don't even know why I'm having a brain fart. But King Saul was supposed to eliminate all of those so-called Jews at that time, and he did not. And this is the cause and effect when you don't follow the orders of the Lord. Something like this can happen. And guess what? Haman remembered all this. So when he seen Mordecai and he realized he didn't bow down, he paid more attention into it. And we're going to get into that some more too. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Then the king's servants which were in the king's gate said unto Mordecai, why transgressed thou the king's commandment?
They looking at him like, man, you tripping, man. Why you ain't bow down to Haman? You got something against Haman or something? It just looked so out of place to people. Just like how people look at us crazy when we say that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. They look at us like we done lost our damn mind. They look at us like, boy, you crazy. That white man ain't no devil. And look at us today. Now you seeing who the devil is for real. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 4. Now it came to pass when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand, for he had told them that he was a Jew.
Nah, a word get out. Not only that they saying these things to Mordecai, they going back and telling Haman, hey man, he ain't respecting you, and he's a Jew. So Haman, he getting word like, oh yeah? Oh, this why he doing that? Oh, okay. Let's have fun then. You want to play like that? Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath.
He was pissed because he understood who Mordecai was. He understood his lineage. He understood the background of them. They've been born enemies, straight up. Natural born enemies right there. And he realizing that. So he's like, okay, go ahead.
And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai.
This was all in his brain. He wanted to put hands on him, all of that. He was thinking very emotional. Go ahead.
Alone, for they had showed him the people of Mordecai.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even the people of Mordecai.
So that's where it all leads to. He wanted to not only destroy Mordecai, he wanted to destroy the people that Mordecai come from. You know what I'm saying? The whole lineage. The 12 tribes of Israel, he want them gone. And Haman, guess what? He damn near had the power to do it. He damn near was this close to doing it. We're going to get into this story, and y'all going to see how it's going to unfold. All right, you got something, Mashai? Hold on, Salakia. Big shout out to Sharyawan that's online. Give that brother a hand. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Officer 500. You know, Abawan. Give that brother a hand. He all the way in South Carolina. Shalom, Yahweh, Shimmy, I'll shot a thumb to you brothers. Y'all can get off mute and say something. Salute me back.
Shalom, Yahweh, Shimmy, Shabbat, sir.
You can salute me back, Sharyawan. Go ahead, Misha. I just wanted to salute y'all, brother Salaki.
What's interesting is the atmosphere that Mordecai finds himself in. It is actually, believe it or not, no different than what we're going through today.
Damn right.
They just aiming at our Latino brothers and sisters. But they ain't far from us. They've been on us ever since we've been here.
Yeah, I was just about to tell you. You thinking they just zooming in on our, but they zooming in on all 12 tribes of Israel right now. Straight up. Black and white right now. They zooming in on so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians as a whole right now. Don't ever get it confused. This never changed. Ever. Ever. You know what I mean? You had something else, Mashai? Or you good? Come on. Go ahead, Habawan. Hadawab, Salaki.
Verse 7. In the first month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ashur's, they cast Pur, that is the lot before Haman from the day to day and from month to month to the 12th month, that is the month Adar. Verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ashur's, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the province of the kingdom.
Hold on, there's a what?
There is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom.
What that sound like? He's talking about, you know what I'm saying? There is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in the provinces of thy kingdom. What that sound like? You know what I mean? What's always in the news? It's black people in the news all day long. You know what I mean? These people are a big problem. It's been in the news and it's been propaganda so much that black people used to say, we are our own enemies. We the problem. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the white man, is us. You know where they get that from? From propaganda, from white people. The same people that enslaved you, you want to listen to them about your people. That gave you this condition that you're in, you want to listen to them like they so prestige and they so smart. No, they're not. Maybe they just undermining you more than you think. You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to what's going on. This is the same exact thing that was going on right here. Read it again.
And Haman said unto King Ashur's, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom.
That's us, man. That's us. That's us. That is our people. You know what I'm saying? That certain people is us. You know what I mean? What's getting talked about in the government all the time is us. You know what I mean? How to destroy a black community, that's always talked about. That's always on their table. They did it with crack. They did it with heroin. You know what I mean? They doing it with gang violence. They sit down and they did these things. Y'all thinking I'm playing. This was literally planned by the CIA. Y'all thinking this is like just something we just started selling crack one day, huh? We just came up with the cook up to know how to make crack. No, this was strategically planned from the white man. All right. So again, that's why I brought that verse up, because I'm showing y'all nothing ever changed when it came to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is the proof that we are the children of Israel. We always causing the problem in the ruckus in the media somewhere. You know what I mean? Keep going.
And their laws are diverse from all people.
Mm-hmm.
Neither keep they the king's laws, therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
Go ahead.
Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed.
That they may be what?
Destroyed.
That they may be what?
Destroyed.
Why is always destruction on the black community? Why black people can't get along? Because it's somebody up top that's destroying us. You understand? And it always happened in history. This is why I'm showing, this is why I'm pointing it out, the way I'm doing it, right? Go ahead.
And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business to bring it unto the king's treasury.
Read.
Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the Jews' enemy.
The Jews' enemy, man. Go ahead.
And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
Read.
Verse 12. Then there were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month, and there was written according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants, and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people of every province, according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language. And the name of King Ashur's was it written and sealed with the king's ring.
All right, so basically, Haman went to King Ahasuerus and said, these people are a problem. These people right here, they don't follow your laws. They don't even respect you. So I think that they should be destroyed. We should just do away with all of them. Okay? And the king said, go ahead and do what you please. This is what's going on. All right? Ain't that familiar to like us? That's not familiar to, you know what I'm saying, so-called white people. White people, they always good. They got the police. They got military might. They got money. They got power. You understand? They got generational wealth. They don't need no saving from nobody. But you look at us, we destroyed. On the other hand, we got curses upon us. You get what I'm saying? So, again, this right here is about us. And this just shows you that these actions never change. Go ahead.
Verse 13.
Go ahead, brother.
So like you said, I looked up that 10,000 talents of silver in today's currency. How much it would be worth today? It's 200 million to over 13 billion of what it would be worth value today. And the fact that he's a government official. So like what you were saying with the CIA, you know what I'm saying, with Oliver North and that whole situation with the Iran-Contra and then putting drugs in our community, even with ICE being the most funded government department today.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So like you say, it's the same and it never changed. So like
these things have never even changed. It's just gonna look a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get put under another name. ICE, the police, the FBI, CIA. You know what I'm saying? All these things are destroyed to destroy black people. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe me, go ask Fred Hampton. Go ask him. Go ask Fred Hampton who the devil is. He gonna tell you. You understand? Because he got murdered for nothing, just for raising up black people and them thinking that, you know what I'm saying, that he gonna do something overpowering. Okay? They murdered him. They did that because they don't want black people coming up. There's something so special about you as written in the Bible that you are God's chosen people. You are the ones that the Lord loves. You have that power and authority to serve God, a real, true, living God. You get what I'm saying? That's what our job is to do. Bring our people, get them out of this hell. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 13. And the letters were sent by post into all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to cause perish all Jews, both young and old, little children and women, in one day. even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month Adar, and to take the spoil of them for a prey.
Look at this, man. Look at this evil thing that he got granted to do against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This don't sound familiar. Look at, you talking about they got the authority to kill women, children, you know what I'm saying? Young, old. This is familiar. This is us. These things happen. Look at slavery. That happened. These things happen. Look at, you know what I'm saying, when the Native Indians was over here and how their land got took. Those are our people. Those are our brothers. They got killed the same entire way, the same exact way. Nothing is changing. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to think how evil Haman is. Haman ain't forget about what the Jews did to his people. He ain't just up and forget and be like, oh, yeah, you know, they good. Now, no. Haman realized who Mordecai was. Mordecai got lineage to King David. King David was destroying them, killing, like I said, killing those fake Jews. You know what I'm saying? Saul over there killing those fake Jews. And he gonna leave one of them to live. And gonna take some spoils too. And that evil thing right there caused like this to happen right here. This right here, this action right here, where Haman, what the Lord wanted Saul to do, Haman started to do to us. Haman sought to do the same exact thing to us, kill us off. Don't leave nobody alive, anything like that. All right, keep going.
Verse 14. The copy of the writing for a commandment to be given in every province was published unto all people, that they should be ready against that day. Verse 15. The post went out, being hastened by the king's commandment.
Hastening by the king. Go ahead.
And the decree was given in Shushan, the palace. And the king of Haman sat down to drink, but the city Shushan was perplexed.
They were what?
Perplexed.
They was like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, dang, that's crazy. All right, go ahead.
That's it on that side.
No, go to the 4th chapter. Start at 1.
Esther chapter 4, verse 1. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth with ashes, and went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and a bitter cry.
Now listen to this, man. Think about that. You find out your people, not only you, but your whole entire race about to get killed. They about to get murdered on a certain day just because of who they are, who they tied to, their lineage. You know what I'm saying? They all about to get killed. You know what I mean? He went out there, rented his clothes, and cried with a loud cry. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is something so serious. Go ahead.
And came even before the king's gate, for none might enter the king's gate cloth of sackcloth.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. And in every province, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews.
Go ahead.
And fasting.
Go ahead.
And weeping. And wailing. And many lay in sackcloth and ashes.
Our people was destroyed, like, was depressed. They heard this decree and they was like, hell no. Are we all about to die? Like, what? That don't even make no sense. We all got to get destroyed and murdered. It's something, our land is just crazy. But I can't say that we brand new to this because this happened to our people. We brutally got murdered before. You know what I'm saying? Like, we brutally got done the worst in history. Y'all think them fake Jews had got something by getting burnt in them ovens? Man, we got not only burnt, we got eaten, man. Black people got eaten. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but they ate what's his name? Nat Turner. They ate Nat Turner, man. And that ain't even nothing to play with at all. Nat Turner was a straight up revolutionary. They ate him. Like, think about that, bro. Like, nobody have had slavery worse than blacks. Hispanics and Native Indians. Let's just keep it real. All right, go ahead.
Verse 4. So Esther's maids and her chamberlains came and told it to her.
Mm-hmm.
Then was the queen exceedingly grieved, and she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai and to take away his sackcloth from him, but he received it not.
So word got back to Esther. How she feeling it? She like, dang, all my people about to get murdered. My uncle out here, she crying and doing all that. Let me go send him some sackcloth, man, because this right here, this ain't right. What's going on? All right, go ahead.
Verse 5. Then called Esther for Hatak, one of the king's chamberlains, whom he had appointed to attend upon her, and gave him a commandment to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. So Hatak went forth to Mordecai unto the street of the city, which be before the king's gate. Verse 7. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. And also he gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to show it unto Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go unto the king, to make supplications unto him, and to make requests before him for her people.
So he goes to Esther, basically like the middleman. That's middleman in their conversation. And he's telling to send Esther this message, basically showing him the decree that went forth. So the decree was made in writing. Once it's done in writing, that's like the paperwork to seal the deal, basically. This was already done in the paperwork. So it's not like you can go back on no contract. You know what I'm saying? It was already in the contract that all the Jews gonna get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? They all gonna die on that day. It was already written in the contract. So he explaining it to her, and he's saying, you know what I'm saying, basically telling Esther, and you're gonna have to do something about this. You know what I'm saying? If nobody can do it, you're gonna have to be the one to do it. You're the one that's married to the king. You're gonna have to talk to him about this. All right, go ahead.
And Hatak came and told Esther the words of Mordecai.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Esther spake unto Hatak and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. Verse 11. All the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces.
If I could, before we go any further, sisters, y'all can go ahead and serve the food. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? The brother, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and serve the food. All right, go ahead.
Salakia. Do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king into the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death, except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not been called to come in unto the king these 30 days.
So this was the message she passed back to her, I'm gonna say her father. This is her cousin, but this is like a father unto her because he the one that raised her up. She said, there's no way I can go back to the king, because you enter into that court without any permission, or you ain't got no golden scepter, they gonna put you to death for this. You know what I'm saying? And that's the message she relayed back to Mordecai, right? Thinking that, you know what I'm saying, that this is all I can do. Keep reading.
And they told to Mordecai's Esther's words. Verse 13. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews.
Read it again.
Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that
he said, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house. Don't think about yourself. You know what I mean? Don't think about yourself with this, because you think you safe because you're with the king. Okay, you will not escape this punishment either. All right, don't be so selfish into thinking this is only gonna happen to your people. That's it. No, you're gonna pay too, because it's already written in the contract. So you're gonna die. All right, go ahead.
Verse 14. For thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place.
Nah, the work still gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? This is what he mean. He's saying, he said, for if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews. Meaning the Lord gonna pick somebody else to do it. If you don't want to do it, you choose not to do this, the Lord gonna choose somebody else to do this. Don't think we ain't gonna be able to get out of this. The Lord is gonna choose somebody else to do it. All right, keep reading.
But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed.
But what?
But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed.
But you're gonna be destroyed. Yeah, how about Shemel Shabbat? What's going on, brother? You're gonna get destroyed if you don't do this. All right, go ahead.
And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this?
Right. He's saying, who else gonna do this at such a time like this? You know what I mean? You already close to the king. Like, this is a bad time. We need you. All right, go ahead.
Then Esther bade them return Mordecai this answer. Verse 16. Go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise, and so will I go unto the king, which is not according to the law. And if I perish, I perish.
You know what? She let those words of Mordecai sink in her brain, man. And she realized she got to do something that's so serious, and it could even cost her her life. And she accepted it. You know what I'm saying? She said with acceptance, go have the people fast for me. Me and my maidens, we gonna fast too. Because I'm about to go do something so dangerous. And if I die, shit, so big. That's the mindset she had. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset you gotta have to get your freedom. As blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, for us to get free, we gotta have the mindset to be ready to perish for what's right. You know what I'm saying? For so long, we've been dying for what's wrong. Gang violence, that's the wrong way. Drugs, that's the wrong way. Any criminal activity, that's the wrong way. Kissing a white man's ass, that's the wrong way. We done did all of these things, man, and we never considered the righteous way to die for. Until now, man, the brothers and sisters in the Isupk, we ready to die for what's right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I came in the truth for, to die for what's right. You know what I mean? So that's what our mindset, that's where she was at. She's like, you know what? I'm going to do this. If I die, I die. This is going to be what it's going to be. All right, keep going.
Verse 17. So Mordecai went his way and did according to all that Esther had commanded him.
All right, go to 5.
Esther chapter 5, verse 1. Now it came to pass on the 3rd day that Esther put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house over against the king's house, and the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house over against the gate of the house. And it was so, when the king saw Esther the queen standing in the court, that she obtained favor in his sight, and the king held out to Esther the golden scepter that was in his hand. So Esther drew near and touched the top of the scepter.
Keep going.
Verse 3. Then said the king unto her, what wilt thou, Queen Esther, and what is thy request? It shall be even given thee to the half of the kingdom.
So now the king is asking Esther, like, what is your request? He willing to give her a whole half of the kingdom, because she's such a bad sister, you know. She behaving in a certain way where it's pleasing to the king. And he willing to give her that. She's not rebellious and all of that. She is, pleasing to the king. Go ahead.
And Esther answered, if it seem good unto the king, let the king and Haman come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for him.
Now, she doing what you call setting up a play. She's setting up a play. Sister's good at this. So that's what she doing, and she getting ready to prepare a banquet. All right.
Slack it. All right, where we at? Go ahead, read it again.
Verse 5. Then the king said, cause Haman to make haste, that he may do as Esther have said. So the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared.
Right, so Haman, you know what I'm saying, he geeked up to come to a banquet. You know, he feel, empowered, feel good about it. You know what I mean? And he just, we're going to see what's going to happen. Go ahead.
And the king said unto Esther at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? Even to the half of the kingdom, it shall be performed.
Read.
Then answered Esther and said, my petition and my request is, if I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my petition and to perform my request, let the king and Haman come to the banquet that I shall prepare for them, and I will do tomorrow as the king have said.
So now, you know what I mean? She's asking, the way she asking with so much gratitude and respect to the king. You know what I mean? She just buttering this thing up, but she got something up her sleeve. You know what I mean? She got something up her sleeve to save her people. Okay, go ahead.
Then went Haman forth that day joyful and with a glad heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, that he stood not up, nor moved for him, he was full of indignation against Mordecai.
So he's still thinking about Mordecai. He's still thinking like, dang, I got all this power, and this degenerate right here, he don't want to stand up. When I come around, he don't want to do none of these things. When I come around, I'm telling you, I got him. I got him in the bag. I'm telling you, I'm murdering all his people. I'm killing him. You know what I mean? And we just gonna forget it. We're gonna party over this. This is all going through his mind. This is a mind of an oppressor, a devil, a white man. When he look at black people, he look down on black people, all he thinking about is murdering, killing, and destroying you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, Haman refrained himself, and when he came home, he sent and called for his friends and Zeresh his wife.
Go ahead.
And Haman told them of the glory of his riches and the multitude of his children, and all the things wherein the king had promoted him, and how he had advanced him above the princes and servants of the king.
And he just do like what white people do. When they go home, they talk to their wife, hey, I got this promotion. You know what I'm saying? This is a good thing right here. We moving on. Like, you know how white people do. When they get home, they get to spreading their business. They be acting like they so important and all of that. That's what he doing. He doing all that. I got the promotion. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving up, this, that, other, and the third. Go ahead.
And Haman told them of the glory of his riches and the multitude. Salakia. Yeah, no.
We at 12?
12. Haman said, moreover, yet Esther the queen did let no man come in with the king unto the banquet that she had prepared but myself. And tomorrow, and am I invited to her also with the king?
Look how special he feel. You know what I'm saying? In his mind, he just feel like he's so special. He feel like he's so powerful. He just feel like he's on top of the world. Right? Go ahead.
Yet all this availeth me nothing, so long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate.
Read.
Verse 14. Then said Zeresh his wife and all his friends unto him, let a gallows be made of 50 cubits high, and tomorrow speak thou unto the king that Mordecai may be hanged thereon.
He may be what?
Hanged thereon.
He may be hanged thereon. Y'all thinking hangings came from the 1800s? No. They been doing this to us. They been killing us like this. They been hanging us. You know what I mean? This is just biblical. This is just a little way past, you know what I'm saying, the slavery that we all know about. Right? Go ahead. Go ahead. You got something, Shah?
Oh my God, sir. If another thing that points out what our people don't want to realize. If you look on TV, everything that they try to sell to us, they put a pretty face of one of those snow bunnies, and as long as our people want it, our women want it, our young men want it, and all of that. But the thing pointing out here is that something the UPK been saying since before I got here, and that is the cruelest slave master in America to our people was the white woman. Was the slave owner's wife, just like the woman that was saying, "Go talk to the king so you can put Mordecai on the gallows," was Haman's wife.
Yeah,
she was scheming inside the house with Haman to get rid of Mordecai and all the Jews.
That's a heavy point too, man. That's so heavy because he's so true. He is so correct, man. Y'all be thinking that white man is evil. That white woman is way more evil than you think. She way more evil. All right, keep going.
Then go thou in merrily with the king unto the banquet. And the things pleased Haman, and he caused the gallows to be made.
All right, so he caused these things to be made. He's like, man, you know what, baby? That's a good idea. I'm going to do it. And he did it. Now go to 6. Let's go to Esther, the 6th chapter.
Esther chapter 6, verse 1. On that night could not the king sleep, and he commanded to bring the book of records of the chronicles, and they were read before the king.
Now it's telling you right here, the king couldn't sleep this night. This is how you know what I mean, how the Lord and his judgment be working. He be so perfect on how he move. The Most High is so poetic, man. The king not stupid. He not dumb. Nowhere near stupid. This night he couldn't even sleep. And something just told him to go read in the book of the Chronicles, right? Go ahead.
And it was found written that Mordecai had told of Bigthana and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains, the keepers of the door, who sought to lay hand on the king's Ahasuerus.
King Ahasuerus. Now remember when I told y'all about the two people that plotted on the king, right? But guess what? These two people would have plotted on the king and got away if it was not for Mordecai. Mordecai got written in the book of the Chronicles. And that's what the king was looking at right there. This is what was reminded of the king about Mordecai. All right, go ahead.
And the king said, what honor and dignity have been done to Mordecai for this?
Now he thinking like, damn, this man practically he saved my life. Nah, Haman, he want him murdered and killed. Not only him, but his people. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? He looking like, man, what's really going on? I got to look into this now. All right, go ahead.
Then said the king's servants that minister unto him.
Got something, sir? You should be good. Go ahead.
There is nothing done for him. And the king said, who is in the court? Now Haman was coming to the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him.
Read.
And the king's servant said unto him, behold, Haman standeth in the court. And the king said, let him come in.
Okay. Read.
So Haman came in, and the king said unto him, what shall be done unto the man whom the king delighteth to honor?
Now he's asking. Now he questioning him like, what you trying to do to this man that I honor? Because he in my books, he in my records. I honor him. So what you trying to do? Go ahead.
Now Haman thought in his heart, to whom would be king delight to do honor more than to myself?
Now he thinking like, hold on, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm your honor. He looking at the king like, I'm your second in command. You honor him more than you honor me? Hold on, wait a minute. Go ahead.
Haman answered the king, for the man whom the king delighteth to honor.
Read.
Let the royal apparel be brought, which the king useth to wear, and the horse that the king rideth upon, and the crown royal which is set upon his head. And let this apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble princes, that they may array the man withal whom the king delighteth to honor, and bring him on horseback throughout the street of the city, and proclaim before him, thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighteth to honor.
All right, go ahead.
Then the king said to Haman, make haste, and take the apparel and the horse, as thou hast said, and do even so to Mordecai the Jew, that sitteth at the king's gate, letting nothing fall of all that has spoken.
So he just gave him permission, like, go ahead, let it be done. You got some warrior.
I just want to say, just like the white man, he get puffed up. See, Hammond, he thought that honor was going for him.
Right.
But he didn't realize that the king was trying to honor the person that actually, saved his life.
Right.
So he telling him, okay, look, he thinking for himself, he thinking, yeah, I'm gonna, be rolled through the streets. Everybody gonna be honoring me. Everybody gonna be laying down, not understanding that the king is talking about Mordecai.
Right.
So just now, when he found out it's Mordecai, I'm gonna let you go ahead and tell us, sir.
Yeah, that is so heavy, man. Like he nailing it right in the coffin, like dead ass. Go ahead, brother. Keep reading.
And Mordecai came again to the king's gate, but Haman hasted to his house mourning and having his head covered.
Go ahead.
And Haman told Zeresh his wife and all his friends everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise men and Zeresh his wife unto him, if Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews, before whom.
Hold on, that mic going out. Just make sure they can hear you. Slocky. Go ahead.
Before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him, but shalt surely fall before him.
Now his wife said, look, she switched it on his ass. She said, if Mordecai be the seed of the Jews, and then she said, before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him. Now his wife like, hold on now, bro. If you talking about him and he one of them Jews, you gonna end up falling before he do. That's basically what she's telling them right here in the scriptures. This is what's unfolding. Right? Read.
And while they were yet talking with him, came the king's chamberlains and hasted to bring Haman unto the banquet that Esther had prepared.
They hasted to bring Haman into the banquet that was prepared. Because remember, she said, if it please the king, I want to have a banquet, you know what I mean, with you and your number two. So this was about to happen. Go ahead.
Chapter 7, verse 1. So the king and Haman came to banquet with Esther the queen. And the king said again to Esther, on the second day at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed even to the half of the kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Then Esther the queen answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition and my people at my request.
Breathe.
For we are sold.
For we are what?
We are sold.
We are what?
We are sold.
What people on the planet Earth that was ever sold? Black people. We were sold in the South. You understand? We were auctioned off. Our people always were slaves. You understand? We were always the slaves. Nobody can tell you that you are not the real Jews because they haven't went through the destruction of the real Jews. That destruction only fits blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's it. It don't fit no other race. No other race can say, I'm a Jew. No other race can be strong enough to go through the poverty, the destruction, you know what I'm saying, the generational curses That didn't happen to black people. We so destroyed. People, other races look at us like, what the hell wrong with us? You understand? When really, man, we just live like our oppressor. And we just take that as face value. You understand? Not knowing ignorantly that we are God's chosen people. We the people. We are the ones that's in this Bible. These records are about us. You understand? Keep going.
Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said, Esther the queen, who is he and where is he that durst presume in his heart to do so?
So he like, hold on, who got your people? Who doing this to your people? Who is he that's doing this? Read.
And Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman.
Hold on, the adversary is this enemy is who?
Wicked Haman.
Wait. Oh my God. Nah, it's all coming out. Haman, he thought this big celebration and all this was about to be about him. He thought he had everything in the bag. He thought he was good. No, she flipped the script. She flipped the script on him. And she did it so crazy. You understand? He did not see this coming at all. You know what I mean? This was the big surprise. This was, you know what I mean? The aha moment fell upon him. You understand? Keep going.
And the king, arising from the banquet of wine, and his wrath went into the palace garden, and Haman stood up to make request for his life to Esther the queen, for he saw there was evil determined against him by the king.
Now he's seeing all of everything is starting to flip back on him. Now he's starting to realize, you know what I mean, that he effed up. You know what I mean? What was that in Ministers of Society too? You know you done effed up, right? This is what he was feeling right here. He knew it was over with. Go ahead.
Then the king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet of wine, and Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was. Then said the king, will he force the queen also before me in the house?
Nah, he really pissed the king off. We not only, you know what I'm saying, you went against my rib. You all in their bedroom, you done fell upon their bed and you doing all of that. You doing all of that. Now you gonna force yourself on my rib too? That's what he was thinking. He was already in wrath, but it got worse when he seen that. All right. And what is this showing you about Esther? She not only put her life on the line, you know what I mean? This was a beautiful sister with a beautiful spirit, because her spirit, man, was just pure. She didn't get this by saying she was some independent woman. She did not get this. She ain't get all this power by being like bullish. You know, shalom. So Yahweh Shemiam Shabrakatah. She didn't get all this power by being a woman sticking her chest out. She got all this, man, because she was humble. You know what I mean? She was submissive. You know, she was what you call that? Shamefaced it. And what does it mean to be shamefaced? A sister, you know, that's, you know, she covers herself. She has some pride about herself. You know what I mean? She not trying to be all out here. That sister, that's what she had. These the characteristics she had. And this is what got her. These same characteristics saved not only her life, but her whole entire nation life. You know what I'm saying? That's why there is a such thing as a book of Esther in the Bible today. This sister, man, had a beautiful spirit, and she followed the Lord. She followed the Most High, man. She put her life on the line because she could have died doing this. She definitely could have lost her life trying to do this. But she believed in the Lord and made it happen. I give you the same equivalence. You see my brother right there, Tapasar? When Tapasar went to Acuña, Mexico, you know what I'm saying? They put their lives on their line, man, for our Haitian brothers. They ain't had no food. They ain't had no resources and no nothing. And guess what? They went into a cartel-infested environment. You know, if anybody know anything about the The cartel kills any and everybody. They don't ask questions. But guess what? They didn't kill them brothers. The Lord, this is how you know that the Lord is with us. You understand? Those are the same actions. These are the same things. We are the same people today. Like, that is a fact, man. You know what I mean? That's why you got to be ready to die. You got to be ready to put your life on the line for something good in life for once. I told you what we done already died for. We already done died for all the bull crap, man. Let's die for something that's righteous. Let's die for something, man, that's going to be standing up and honorable. You know what I'm saying? At least we be honored by the Most High and Christ and be remembered on these things. If we go and we do these things to our death, we do the righteous things. We come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I mean? We go raise up these zones, get our brothers and sisters out this filthy world, man. World War III going on right now. You understand? Let's do these things, man. Keep going, brother.
Salakia, so what verse was that again we was on?
Salakia. You was at 9? Go ahead, you was at 9.
Verse 9. And Harbonah, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, behold, also the gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai, who had spoken good for the king, standeth in the house of Haman. Then the king said, hang him thereon.
The king said what?
Hang him thereon.
So that same gallows that was made for Mordecai, those same gallows got made, and guess who died on them? Haman. Haman got hung on those gallows. Haman was a wicked bastard that was trying to kill Israelites. You know what I'm saying? He tried to charge them and try to get them up out of there, and it backfired on his ass. You want to know how it backfired? You messing with God's chosen people. At the end of the day, go ahead, sir. Salakia.
You know, the ironic part about this is Haman was trying to kill innocent Israelite, and the Most High hate hands that shed innocent blood. So Haman got set up to get killed, and he didn't even really do nothing like that. Besides, you know, the way he got set up is the same way he was trying to unalive the Israelites.
Damn right.
They really didn't do nothing.
Damn right. That's such a heavy thing, man. You know what I mean? Like this right here, let us never forget, like, why we serve the Feast of Purim. And another thing you should never forget is your Christian pastor never told you about the Feast of Purim. Don't ever listen to a pastor ever again in your lives. Y'all see him, turn the TV off. Y'all see a pastor, walk away from him. You know what I'm saying? That is an imposter. That is not a prophet. That is nobody. That is a money-making homosexual. It's a money-making homosexual. That's what he is, man. I got some other words for him, but we on television. I can't say that. I'm not going to say it. Keep going, Habawan. Hadawab Salaki.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
Esther
warrior.
chapter 7, verse 10. So they hang Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai.
Where you at, Salaki?
Esther chapter 7, verse 10.
God.
So they hang Haman on the gallows that they had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king wrath pacified.
Nah, he felt better because he know he got some evil bastard up out of there. And not only that, the Lord let these things happen. You see what I'm saying? This was all of the Lord's doing. Okay? The Most High had this set up from the get-go. All right? It always feel like when we about to be on like our last strike, the Lord just come on and kick in for us, man. That's how it always has been. Go ahead, Tapa, sir.
Salaki, so to your point, it's heavy. Even what Officer Kodash was saying about the irony, right? You brought it up at the beginning of the class. It's you know, like the Lord be Lording. You know what I mean? Like it's heavy to me because them striking Iran right before Purim, right? The Lord used the Iranians with Esther to give us deliverance. Now Iran is launching at Saudi Arabia, Commander Gianni gonna speak on that tonight. But it's like the Lord he just poetic. He using the same, to set up our deliverance from all of our enemies, not just Amalek, but everybody. Everybody finna get pulled into the valley of decision and dealt with. So,
right. Man, get out of hand, man. Like, think about that. That is a heavy point he just pointed out, man. Like, think about that. These people, what we talking about, the Persian King Ahasuerus, he's from Iran. He's Iranian. How so subconsciously Iran is getting bombed? And then if you think they're not about to retaliate, you crazy. You out of your mind. They are already chanting death to America. They chanting those things. You understand? So go ahead, Sir Salakia.
And this is a heavy point. I know this kind of like a sidebar to the class, but this war is this is a sign for us to get our stuff together and gather together like how we supposed to, because America, at the start of maybe last year, they got into a war with Ukraine, or got to dealing with Ukraine and Russia, and then they got to dealing with Israel, and now they beefing with Iran. That America, the white prideful cave beast, got his hands in too many fights going on right now, and the way that they appear on TV and murdering everybody, ain't nobody finna have mercy on America if they got weapons. See, they can pull that on black people, and we're gonna go marching and begging because we ain't got no military. But these other countries with militaries, they not finna play with these white people. So what we gotta do is just gather ourselves together like the Lord told us to.
Damn right. Kazak, you got something, brother?
Salaki, what Kodash is saying is very heavy, because Cap Padaryala brought that out, a few weeks ago, when he taught us the steps and the things to look for to find a fallen kingdom. And that right there, what Kodash said, where they're fighting too many wars at one time, shows that America is a fallen kingdom. Babylon is actually falling right before our eyes, and they're televising it. Because you got Trump over here kidnapping people, sending bombs over here, talking crazy, telling people hide in your house, bombs gonna be dropping everywhere. And we watching him get to a point where his military is gonna be too strained to even protect his own land.
Mm-hmm.
So Cap showed us something right then and there at the water to Most High Christ, Commander Junior Hunter, and every man on down. You know what I'm saying? For showing us this truth. So like,
that's so heavy, man, because this right here is gonna save, a lot of lives if they want it. A lot of lives gonna get lost too. You know what I'm saying? The ones that didn't think what we were saying was true, always hated on us. You about to see in about 2 seconds everything we've been saying. They gonna say them niggas on the corner that I thought was crazy, they actually told the truth. We is in World War III. That's what y'all about to see. And Commander Junior Hunter always said these schools gonna flood. That's coming too. So just be prepared. All right, go ahead. We're gonna go to Esther, the 8th chapter.
Esther chapter 8, verse 1. On that day,
it's like I think you went out of warrior. You might need to get a different mic.
Esther chapter 8, verse 1. On that day did King Ahasuerus give the house of Haman, the Jews' enemy, unto Esther the queen.
Mm-hmm. Read.
And Mordecai came before the king, for Esther had told what he was unto her.
All right, read.
And the king took off his ring, which he had taken from Haman, and gave it unto Mordecai.
He did what?
Gave it unto Mordecai.
So that same ring that he gave to Haman, he gave to Mordecai. He realized who Mordecai really was. Not only was he written in the book of, this is why I say it's funny how the Most High worked. Not only was he already written in the book of the king's records, this is somewhat he's related to, you know what I'm saying, the king's wife. You see that? Go ahead. Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 2. And the king took off his ring, which he had taken from Haman, and gave it unto Mordecai. And Esther set Mordecai over the house of Haman.
Now he was ruling that house. You see that? Haman had power. Second in command under the king. Guess what? That same power gets given unto Mordecai. All right? Go ahead.
And Esther spake again before the king, and fell down at his feet, and besought him with tears to put away the mischief of Haman, the Agagite. It's like an Agagite. And his device that he had devised against the Jews.
Now she cried, man. She cried to her feet to King Ahasuerus, saying, man, please take that evil decree away, man. Because that decree was made to kill my people. Right? Read.
Then the king held out the golden scepter towards Esther. So Esther arose and stood before the king.
Read.
And said, if it please the king, and if I have found favor in the sight, it's like in his sight, and the king seemed right before the king, it's like it, and the thing seemed right before the king, and I be pleasing in his eyes, let it be written to reverse the letters devised by Haman, the son of the Hammedatha, the Agagite, which he wrote to destroy the Jews, which are in all the king's provinces.
So she asking for right here is a reversal. You know, instead of y'all killing us and killing my people and killing the Jews, please take that decree away. Reverse this thing. And she cried to him. You understand? We're going to see what's going to happen, Reed.
For how can I endure to see the evil that shall come upon my people?
She's just saying, how can she endure? If this happened, how could she live with herself if this evil fall upon her people? All her people get murdered and killed and all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just much like how we have to endure our people, we got to see our people get killed. You know what I'm saying? By the cops, viciously murdered. You know what I'm saying? By police, viciously murdered by ICE. You know what I'm saying? How long we got to endure this? How long we got to endure seeing our people, man, just utterly getting destroyed as a whole? How long do we got to deal with these things? You understand? Read.
Or how can I endure to see the destruction of my kindred?
Y'all hear what she's saying? She's saying, how can she gonna endure this? How's she gonna be able to stomach these things? This is how you know black people, we really are destroyed, because we had to endure these painful things. This is how you know we destroyed, because we had to endure seeing our brothers and sisters get killed, get murdered, get destroyed, get caught on drugs, all of these things, man. We had to watch these things. We had to suffer it. And it gave us depression. It gave us mental problems. It gave us all the demons that we got today. You understand? Read.
Then the king Ahasuerus said unto Esther the queen, and to Mordecai the Jew, behold, I have given Esther the house of Haman, and him that have hanged upon the gallows, because he laid his hand upon the Jews.
Keep going.
Write ye also for the Jews, as it is like of you, in the king's name, and seal it with the king's ring. For the writing which is written.
Hold on, that mic went off some. Go ahead.
For the writing that is written in the king's name, the seal with the king's ring, may no man reverse.
Read.
Then were the king's scribes called at the time in the 3rd month, that is, the month of Sivan.
So these scribes is like the people who publish these laws, right? and put them out in the public. Right? Read.
On the 3 and 20th day thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And it was written according to all that Mordecai commanded unto the Jews, and unto the lieutenants, and to the deputies, and the rulers of the provinces, which are from India unto Ethiopia, and 127 provinces, unto every provinces according to the writing thereof, and unto every people after their language, and to the Jews according to their writing and according to their language.
Read.
And he wrote in the king's Asher's name, and sealed it with the king's ring, and sent letters by post on horseback, and riders on mules, camels, and young dromedaries.
All right, read.
Wherein the king granted the Jews which were in every city to gather themselves together, and to stand for their life, to destroy, to slay, and to cause to perish all the power of the people and the provinces that will assault them, both little ones and women, and take the spoil of them for a prey.
You understand? So these things was reversed now. You see that? Like these laws got reversed. Instead of these things happening and falling down on the children of Israel, these things will later happen to people that try to come against the children of Israel. You see that? Read.
Verse 12. Upon one day in all the provinces of King Ahasuerus, namely, upon the 13th day in the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, the copy of the writing for the commandment to be given in every province was published unto all people, and that all the Jews should be ready against that day to avenge themselves on their enemies.
Read.
So to the post that rode upon mules and camels went out, being hastened and pressed on by the king's commandment. And the decree was given at Shushan, the palace.
Go ahead.
And Mordecai went out from the presence of the king in royal apparel of blue and white, and with a great crown of gold, and with a garment of fine linen and purple.
Right? Read.
And the city of Shushan rejoiced and was glad.
You understand? Because that right there, man, now Mordecai has some power. You see that? Like that right there is such a beautiful thing, man. And this thing, these things would have never happened without Esther. You know what I'm saying? Without her listening and hearkening unto Mordecai. You know, like that should be a lesson to sisters, man. These brothers that got wisdom, man, you got to start listening to them. Even if it don't even sound right to you, maybe even it don't feel right to you, you got to listen to these brothers, man. Because these brothers, at the end of the day, gonna save your life. These brothers right here, man, ain't no regular brothers in the UPK, man. You understand? They're thoroughbred. They raised by Commanding General Yohana. You listen, you hearken to these men. You understand? You do these things right here because they got your best interest. Okay, they gonna see much more deeper than you gonna see. All right, that's right there. This right here is something so good because if she just would never listen to him and she would have had her little own mindset, I'm an independent woman, I got more money than you. She could have easily been like, hey, I got more money than you. You ain't got no power, no riches, no none of that. Why am I listening to you? That would have got her murdered and killed and destroyed. And we still was going to get saved out of this thing because that's just how the Lord works. You understand? That's just, so that right there is the full-blown history of the Feast of Purim. You know what I mean? This is why we celebrate the Feast of Purim today in 2026. You feel me? Because Esther, she was a real nigga. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to close out this class. I'm going to close it out. I'm going to call Cap up here. Salakia, sir. Salakia, Cap. You ready to come up here? My bad. Got food in his mouth and everything. My bad. I'm so out of order. I'm tripping. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and close this class out. Men of Israel, I Majim. Amajim Shabbat. I Majim. Barak. Yahaba Shimi al Shah Brakatah. Yajim Matah. So, we're gonna have the sisters stand. We're gonna give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, I Majim Shabbat. I Majim. Barak. Yahweh Shamar al-Atah ba Hashem Yahweh Shah. Yajim Matah. Dismiss.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're